started working remote, I realized that the only people I used to talk to every day were my coworkers and sometimes my mom. And that realization was hard because you don't think about the fact that when you're working somewhere that all those people you talk to every day are giving you some sort of socialization. So it really forced me to actively look for community on my own. I discovered the importance of a third space. So a place that I would go to regularly because I would start to see the same faces there and make friends. Make your third space something that you're interested in. Third spaces are somewhere that's not home and that's not work. It's the third one. Here's some examples. So coffee shops, dog parks, library or bookshops, rec centers, gyms, community gardens, farmers markets, bars, pubs, community centers, volunteer centers. Some key characteristics of third spaces. No invite needed, there's a presence of regulars, and conversation is encouraged. For me, the dog park works because I met a whole bunch of people that are also dog owners, and that their dog is like their whole world because they go to the dog park every day. You helped bring me community, my babies. She's sleepy. I let my baby sleep. But yeah. All of my socialization outside of work used to be planned fun. Planned fun is not a problem. It was just the fact that I started to really miss the spontaneity. I really miss the casual hang. Like, hey, what are you doing right now? When did we start having to plan everything weeks in advance, months in advance? The other thing I really missed was doing everyday tasks together. I don't know, like someone to go to the grocery store with. And that's what my community has brought me lately, is company in whatever I'm doing. I really love pouring my love into something to make. I love cooking for friends. My birthday has been this opportunity where I can like make a cake and experiment with flavors. This year marks the 3rd year where I've made my own birthday cake from scratch. I love watching the Great British Baking Show and I get inspired by the flavor combinations. So this cake was loosely based on a Spanish cake called Tarta de Santiago. It's a Spanish almond flour cake, gluten-free as well, which I'm on a little gluten-free kick right now. The traditional cake is just one layer and is covered with powdered sugar with like a little design. I'll put a picture in here. I wanted to make like a layered cake, so I made enough for 2 layers, and then in between the layers I put apricot jam and mascarpone?
Welcome to How to Pronounce. In today's video, we'll be focusing on a new word that you might find challenging or intriguing. So let's dive into today's word. Mascarpone, which means a type of soft Italian cheese used in desserts.
I made a homemade
Mascarpone.
almond orange whipped cream. It's so good. I must say, of the 3 years I've done this cake was my favorite. This 29th birthday of mine it was so full of joy, and I feel like the color yellow really described it well. Not only because I made everyone wear yellow to the party, but just like I've been seeing a lot of yellow lately. Yeah, 29 is the color yellow. Building community is really vulnerable. Oftentimes you're inviting people into your home. When I ask a favor of someone, that strengthens our bond, even if I'm the one asking. So not only is it offering to do things for others, but it's also asking for help when you need it. So last night was my party. So today I'm going to lunch with my mom. Whenever I go get lunch with her, I am getting dressed to get out of the house, and I just prefer to stay out if at all possible. So I usually take my work with me and then find like a little coffee shop and do something new for the afternoon, which is much needed today because yesterday was my birthday and I was so not focused, and we're in the middle of a big campaign right now and I have a lot to do. So I'm gonna go work remote from a new location and take you along with me. I'm bringing my mom some of the soup I meal prepped because that lamb and lentil soup was just kisses from the chef. We're eating lunch in the parking lot.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. It's not, maybe we should go down by the lake.
That would be pretty, yeah. I don't have a way to put it up here right now.
Olivia, I am so happy that you've come 2 days in a row for my lunch break.
Food.
He maybe was gonna swoop in and try to take a bite. Like, I see spoons, I see a bowl.
You think he knows what spoons in a bowl is? I don't know. I feel like community is also allowing yourself to be annoyed at times. Not everything is going to be perfect. It almost builds a resilience in your relationships when you have community and people that are imperfect, because I'm not perfect either, and people can be annoyed with me. But what's really valuable about community is you have this repair mindset. Our culture cuts people off as soon as they wrong us or do something that rubs us the wrong way. And that's not really what community is about. It's about like embracing the person and seeing them as a whole imperfect person just as you are, and allowing yourself to still have a connection with them even if not everything is always aligned 100% of the time. And I think boundaries are important and like self-respect is important, but cutting off a person because of one thing they said is not healthy. And building a healthy community is having people that have different viewpoints than you, and listening to them and hearing them and trying your best to understand. The way I was raised and who I am today are very different people, and I've evolved through a lot of different opinions. In the past, I've been very quick to cut someone off, but I don't want to be that person anymore. I'm so proud of my core community. I love them so much, and I care about them as people and like so want to show up for them as much as I feel that they want to show up for me. And my birthday was such a beautiful example of that. I will never regret making friends with my neighbors or just introducing myself. People are so scared sometimes just to put themselves out there. The way that you build something is by offering a little piece of vulnerability of yourself first, because then that will be reciprocated.